Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exclusive of The Fit Show right here on bodybuilding.com. We've been profiling some training, Olympia training, with super trainer Charles Glass. Our subject at this time, of course, once again, the German giant himself, Gunther Schlierkamp. These guys are warming up right now. You can see our old friend Jerome back over here getting some warm-up. Big Gunther immediately to my right, getting ready. Back here with super trainer Charles Glass. Charles, we've seen some more drop sets as we've seen last week when we were training with Gunther with arms. I noticed that you started with the incline press today. Is that a tactical move or just breaking it up?
If you ever notice, most guys don't have upper pecs. Upper pecs are very small, most guys. So what we're trying to do is attack his upper pec first, real nice and thick. That way it'll match top to bottom. So
for those playing on the home version, this is what would be the Weider priority principle, yes, as we've all come to know it.
So true.
Very good.
Weak part first.
Weak part first. You heard it here, folks. Tip number one for today. All right, G, pecs are filling up. I noticed you started with the heavy incline. Sorry about that. And some descending sets. 315's got to feel like it's 600 pounds about this stage.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it feels. You know, it's normal. You know, after a while you just run out of energy and there's nothing to push for anymore. You know, but you know, it's enough as long as you give everything you can. You just need to do the best you can, and that's what's really, you know, matters.
Sure. At this stage of the game, obviously, you're not looking to get sets of 10 with 315 pounds. You're actually, I noticed you're only getting like maybe 2 or 3, and then he's dropping. Then you're getting another 2 or 3, and you're dropping again.
You know, see, for us, it's just more important just to burn out. If you do it with 600 pounds or with like 300, as long as you burn your muscle out, that's why we go and pull off and go 2 few reps more, pull another weight off and do a couple of reps more. That's what kind of burns us out. That's what we need right now to the end of the show to get the condition.
Gee, I notice different from the old days, actually, where we tended to go lighter or closer to the show. Going heavier this close to the show, do you find that it keeps the muscles a little bit bigger? Are you finding yourself retaining more size this close to the show rather than kind of dwindling down?
You know what, I think I believe actually mostly in like trainers if you want to build muscle, because I think that makes you lose muscle. But then again, sometimes, you know, you have to do here and then carb depletion, and there's no way that you can push as hard as you normally do. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter what the weight is. We just go as hard as we can, and what is at that day really possible, and that's what we use, you know.
You got it. You got it, G. But that's what he's looking for right now, is to get that blood in the muscle, fill that muscle up. He's not looking to primarily build muscle at this point, rather training not to lose it. That's a big difference from, let's say, 10 years ago to the preparation of these guys today. You'll notice that Gunther tends to squeeze after every set. He'll get up from the set, he'll hit a couple of shots, okay? This isn't something that's just a vain thing that bodybuilders do, okay? What he's really trying to do is he's just really forcing that blood into the muscle and getting the muscles to contract, and that's what you want to do. The training right now is basically secondary. I know that sounds a little backwards, but at this stage of the game, like I said, he's really training to not lose muscle and to keep as much muscle mass as he can. This close. The worst thing you can do at this stage is overtrain, and that's something that Charles is very careful to not do. Charles, I noticed you got the flat bench in second. I've been an advocate for years now that the flat bench is not the be-all, end-all of exercises. So this is, again, not for ego, but more for a training exercise, just like any other training exercise for chest.
yeah, as you notice, look at Gunther's chest. You see fullness from the mid-chest all the way down to the bottom. So why would you put it first? I mean, unless you want to have an ego, and we don't have egos here.
That's right.
It's all about training.
So there's no bench press round at the Olympia, is what you're saying.
There you go. Who knows how much you bench? No one. They don't care. They want to see how you look on stage.
You got it. You heard it from the man himself. I've been saying it for years, and now you heard it from Charles Glass. A little back up there, boys. The bench press is not the be-all, end-all of exercises. Don't do it. Okay, Charles, now this is something very unique, not only in the exercise itself, but in the way they're doing it. If you can explain to everybody what's going on here.
Well, right now, all we're trying to do is keep it on top of the upper pec. We don't need any mid pecs. It's not a press. It's like a fly movement. But it teaches you how to go all the way out and just let it drop to get the nice stretch. As you go back up, then you press it across the middle, which brings that tightness on the chest.
Now this machine actually is real nice. It's a Cybex machine, kind of an old school piece. but definitely something that you can't do with dumbbells even.
No, you can't do it with dumbbells. This is best on the machine, so it's really hard.
You got it. So targeting the upper chest using a fly motion. The difference on this machine, of course, is that unlike a dumbbell, you have a controlled motion. You don't have to worry about getting injured or anything like that. Obviously, prevention is the key right now, as you don't want any unnecessary injuries this close to the show.
Now you can see what I'm talking about. How you go all the way out, he lets it all the way down. He pushes up first, then he goes in.
These guys really have that bar behind him, and his hands, if you're drawing a straight line, are really over his head.
Yeah, that's why we want it, because otherwise we'd be doing it right across the center part of the pec. We don't need the center part, like I said. We need upper pec. Now push up and then squeeze all the way across. Squeeze across. There you go. Come on, do it again. Let it go out till it stops. Now go down deep, deep, deep. Now come up, squeeze it in. That's it. Good. Do it again. There you go. Come on. Yeah. Bring it up, across. Good. If you notice, it's a totally different movement on the chest. It's not like just a little press movement. Now we're doing a complete fly. There's no pressing to it except when you press back into the position and then you squeeze across the pec. So it's like two movements.
Yeah, this is very unique, Charles. I mean, obviously you have to have this machine in order to even do this. One of the benefits of being here at the Mecca.
There you go. That's why we're here.
That's Olympia training right there, boys. Okay, Charles, we're in the third room here at Gold's Gym. What do we got here? It looks like one of the hammer pieces, selectorized piece for chest.
Yeah, hammer decline. And the reason you use it because it's selectorized. It enables you to work both sides of the chest evenly. You know, if one side's weaker than the other, you can't just push one side. You got to push both. It makes it a lot better.
Sure. And a lot easier on drop sets, obviously, because it's a machine. You can take the plates off very easily.
Oh, that's why we use this, because it's easy to slide them on and off.
Charles, maybe it's just me, but over the years I've noticed that declines have kind of gotten out of style for people. I don't know why, but bodybuilders will tend to shy away from those and go to other things, and it shows up on stage.
You know what? I don't know why, but a lot of guys don't like it because they used to use just the decline bench, which puts a lot of pressure on your joints. And so people started shying away because of injuries. But this allows us to do it and not have that pressure on our shoulders and joints. We have no injuries. You don't have to worry about anything, just push it.
Yeah, you'll notice, you talk to any of the veterans, especially the pro veterans, and the common theme that keeps coming up is injury prevention. Very important, Charles. When you're losing 2, 3, 6 months to injuries throughout the year, you're not making any progress.
There's no progress. Matter of fact, you got to start all over. And a lot of times it takes you 6, 7 months to get healed to start. That way you lost the whole season. You can't afford to lose the whole season when you have that many shows in the first place.
Well, as our mothers who were fond of saying, Charles, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
There you go. I love that saying.
You can see Big G is blowing up like the national debt. What's going on there, bro? Every carb you eating this morning is going to your muscles.
You know, it's oatmeal and the brown rice. You know, it's all in there, man.
Must be something, man. Because
when I left the oatmeal already with a cardio this morning on the beach, so to come back get some rice for the workout.
Geez, you know, there's big, there's bigger, and there's oh my God, it's coming this way.
Exactly.
You know, pound for pound on that stage, dude, he got more muscle mass than anybody standing on that stage. Hey, Ronnie, you the man, but this here the man. Come to get the man. Go get the man, G.
7, he ain't taking second place. I can tell you that right now. Looks like 8 to me. Charles, I noticed these guys, I made a couple of mentions that when they get going, like I say, the blood gets flowing, adrenaline gets flowing a little bit, the guys will actually start wanting to do even more, and that's where you come in.
Yeah, you know, the whole thing with this, it's never been a trust issue between Gunther and I. I told him from the very beginning, if I say let's quit, we have to quit. And so far, every single time it's been that way. I look at him, I see what he got going, I know what it is. I say, hey, look, it's time to quit. We stop right then. There's no more, well, I can do one more. It never has been like that.
And with a lot of and the reason I know you mentioned it is because a lot of the bodybuilders will actually fight you on that. They kind of want to do more. You know, hey, Charles, I can do another 3. You know, I got a little bit more in me.
But it's never been a trust issue, so we have it made like that. I just say, let's stop, and it's time to go on. Boom, we stop.
Definitely, the bodybuilder's nature is to want to do more sets, more cardio. You know, they actually kind of going to go above and beyond the means, but that can be detrimental.
Yeah, all you do is end up with an injury. Why end up with an injury when you don't have to? That's where a good trainer comes in to play and say, hey, look, it is time to move on.
Sure.
Or it's time to stop. Another day, whatever.